This is the crunchiest and most delicious pizza you can ever make at home. This is the Roman style pizza, the pizza that pleases everyone. You have a crunchy, perfect dough that you can cook in the pizza oven or in your normal electric oven. I want to give credit to my friend Gigio from Gigio Tanasio's channel. He's my pizza maestro. He's based in Ireland. He's an incredible pizza chef. He showed me all the best pizzas in Naples. He is my to-go channel to learn how to make pizzas, and he taught me how to make this Roman pizza. So go and check him out, please. Ingredients to make about 8 to 9 pizza bowls. If you want to make less pizzas, just divide it into half and you can make 4 to 5 pizza bowls. The good thing about this recipe is that you actually can freeze the pizza bowls. We'll get into that later. We need 1 kilo of 00 flour. Yes, you can use all-purpose flour. If you can use 00 flour with at least 11 grams of protein, you're gonna get a better pizza. 1 teaspoon of dry yeast, 20 grams of table salt, 600 millimeters of cold tap water. The Roman style pizza is different to other pizzas, right? The hydration for the Roman pizza, it should be between 55 and 65%. So 60% hydration, you'll be safe with it, okay? Because this pizza has to be crunchy, right? And crusty. So you don't wanna go higher in hydration, otherwise you're not gonna get that crunchiness that you want. And extra virgin olive oil, you use as much as you want. You can make the Roman pizza dough using your hands, but it's best if you use the stand mixer. You're gonna have a much better dough than using your hands. So if you have a stand mixer, use it. We're going to start from the dry ingredients. So let's put the flour in the bowl. Now we add the salt, 1 teaspoon of dry yeast, and let's just mix the dry ingredients together first. And here we go. Seriously, you can use the cheapest stand mixer available or the most expensive, up to you, but both of them will work. It doesn't matter how good your stand mixer is, okay? Now we're gonna add the water a little bit at a time. As we mix, we add the water slowly as we go. And we're kneading the dough at the moment on a medium speed. See, I'm adding the water a little bit at a time, not adding too much water. See how the ingredients are combining together. At this point, I also want to start adding some extra virgin olive oil. See, Napolitan pizza doesn't require any extra virgin olive oil. Roman pizza does. It probably adds some elasticity, probably adds some flavors. All right, let's go back on medium heat, and let's add the rest of the water. Great. Now we move back to fast. Go as fast as possible. Let's go back to medium. Okay. Stand mixer is dancing. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Okay, I think we're done. And I want to show you this, okay? See, we have a beautiful dough done in 5 minutes. And look how clean it's inside. See? This is what you want. You want your bowl to be clean. All right, let's play with the dough now a little bit, okay? It's a beautiful dough. It's a beautiful dough already. Let's knead it just like this. So as you can see, I use the palm of my hands, push forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. This is not a Napolitan pizza, so the surface doesn't have to be extremely smooth, okay? It's a different style pizza. So to be honest, it's already good the way it is, but we're gonna play a little bit more. This is not a hydration pizza, so don't expect the dough to be extremely moist. All right, look, I'm just gonna reinforce, just like that. This is such an easy dough. A crowd pleaser. Okay, and look, we have the dough. The dough is done. Look at that. See, it's beautiful. We cover the dough for about 20 minutes before we place it in the fridge. So give it 20 minutes, even half an hour if you want to. We have 2 options. We can make the pizza bowls today and then place them in plastic containers, okay, airtight plastic containers, or we can keep the dough together and we make the pizza bowls tomorrow. before we want to stretch the pizzas. So if you want to make the pizza balls the day before, just because it's easier, just put some extra virgin olive oil in the container, not too much. Spread it with your hands. This way the pizza ball doesn't get stuck. And then we're going to place the pizza ball inside, okay? It's been about half an hour, and look at that. Look how much this dough grew. And the smell. Ooh, so good. Such a beautiful smell. What we can do now are two things. We can get the pizza dough and place it in a bowl, put glove wrap around. We let it ferment in the fridge between 16 and 24 hours. So the other thing you can do is to create pizza balls from today. Now, keep in mind, very important detail, the pizza ball for the Roman pizza, for the crusty pizza, has to be 180 grams each. That's 270, that's a Neapolitan style pizza ball. So we don't want that. Remove, has to be 180, perfect. We have 180 grams of pizza dough. See, we have 180 grams of pizza bowl. What we do now is to make the pizza bowl. Very easy. What you want to make sure is that the pizza bowl, you close the bottom, okay? You want to make sure you close it. Just close it like that. And we can put it in the plastic container, okay? We let it rest in the plastic container. We close the container, and we now put the container in the fridge between 16 and 24 hours. When you want to take this pizza bowl out of the fridge 1 hour before you want to stretch the Roman pizza. You just want to make sure you use a plastic container big enough for the dough to grow. Keep in mind, it will grow at least double in size. Actually, look how moist the dough is. The more that you let the dough rest, the more smooth it gets. Look how smooth it is now, look. That's a beautiful Roman pizza. Now, if I have a small fridge and I don't have many plastic containers, the best thing to do is to rest the dough, ferment the dough in a bowl overnight. Put some plastic wrap around. Now, in the fridge between 16 and 24 hours. We're gonna take the pizza dough out of the fridge 1 hour before we want to stretch the pizza. So we need to make the pizza balls at least 1 hour before we want to stretch the Roman pizzas, okay? If you want to have this pizza on the same day, yes you can. Just don't put this dough in the fridge. Let's say you make this in the morning, give it at least 6-7 hours out of the fridge, and then you make the pizza balls, and then again leave it out of the fridge, covered to rest, and then you stretch them, okay? But I think to get a really good pizza, a really good fermentation, overnight in the fridge is a must, in my opinion.
24 hours later.
It's time to make the pizza balls. So the pizza balls will be 180 grams each. Build the structure here, which is great. Now looking for 180 grams. 184, great. Now we're gonna make the pizza balls. So you can use a plastic container to store your pizza balls, or you just invest in one pizza tray, which is highly recommended. Now to make the pizza balls, I just like to do this. The classic pizza balls, but basically when you do this, you wanna make sure that you kind of lock the bottom, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here, the bottom here, you want that to be locked, okay? Just like that. And then we place it in the tray. With 1 kilo of flour, you should be able to make between 8 to 9 Roman pizza balls. Here we go. These are the Roman pizza balls look like. Now we wait about 1 hour until they grow a little bit, and then we stretch them.
Authentic Italian Cookbook is available worldwide. It's the first Vincenzos plate cookbook ever. The recipes in the cookbook are made by passionate Italian home cooks and chefs. This is a book you must read if you love Italian food.
We made a beautiful dough, we made the pizza balls. These are the Roman pizza balls, 180 grams each. Look at that. They've been resting for about an hour, so now it's time to stretch them. We don't need the Roman pizza's balls to grow too much because we don't need the airy crust. It's not a Napolitan pizza, okay? So we're really going to make the pizza dough flat before we cook it. Roman pizza, again, is different to Napolitan. The tomato sauce on top, you could use anything, but normally is more like a passata, the tomato sauce you put on top. You can still use peeled tomatoes, of course, and blend it very, very fine, blend it. Or you can use pulp. When you make Napolitan pizza, normally you use some Marzano or peeled tomatoes and you crush it by hand or gently crush it with a potato masher. We just want to put a little bit of salt in the tomatoes, okay? Here we go, just as much as you like. I've got about a tablespoon, mix it. I'm not adding anything else. You can put some pepper if you want. For Roman pizzas, I recommend you to cut the mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, in small pieces, just like small cubes, okay? That will be easier and quicker to cook. When you cut the fresh mozzarella, you want to put the mozzarella in a colander so that we basically let the milk drip and it kind of dries up a little bit. Because if you leave the milk on the mozzarella, basically it will go on the pizza and it will make the pizza too soggy, in my opinion. And so I think it's very important to remove the milk from your mozzarella. So if you do this a few hours before you make the pizza, it will be beneficial. We're going to cook the Roman pizzas in the pizza oven, and the temperature will be 350 degrees Celsius. We're also going to cook the Roman pizza in the home oven, and the maximum temperature I have is 250 degrees Celsius. And I'm going to show you that both of them will work perfectly. For my home oven, I do need the help of the pizza stone. So if you can invest in a pizza stone, it would be great. It's only $10 or $20 on Amazon. I'm going to stretch the pizza by hand, but Roman pizza also allows you to use the rolling pin, okay, to make it flat. Completely up to you. I also like to use a timber pizza peel because the pizza doesn't get stuck on it, and I think it's a great tool to use when you make pizza. Let's sprinkle some flour or semolina if you want on the bench top. Let's get a pizza bowl. What we're going to do here now, which is, like I said, different to the Napolitan pizza, okay? We're gonna start by pressing on the edges, okay? I know it's a different recipe, guys, okay? So this pizza needs to be flat, this pizza needs to be thin, and to do that, you do need to press on the edges. All right, so once we do that, we start pressing in the middle. Okay, just like that. Now you can do this by hand or you can use a rolling pin, but I think I like to use my hands for this. And now you can use this technique of just spreading it. We have a 60% hydration pizza dough, and so we should be able to do this. So I'm gonna stretch too much. I'll remove the flour. What I like to do is to just do that, spread it a little bit more by doing that, or you can actually do this. It will help to remove the extra excess flour. What you can also do, which is probably easier, use a rolling pin or a wine bottle and you just spread it. Again, this is not Napolitan pizza, so please do not do this on Napolitan pizza, okay? This is thin crust pizza. Now it's time to put the pizza on the pizza peel. Now we can add the ingredients on this pizza while it's on the pizza peel, and we know that it's not gonna get stuck on it. If you use the aluminum pizza peel when you add the ingredients on top of the pizza, there is a big chance that your pizza will get stuck on it, okay? So to be safe, use the timber peel. Now, the only ingredient we add for the first cooking step is the tomatoes, okay? So the tomatoes are gonna go everywhere, not just in the middle. We're gonna actually spread the tomato even on the edges. This is not a Napolitan pizza. We don't want to grow the edges. The edges has to be flat. So just leave a little bit of space, but don't be scared to go on the edges, okay? Now, what we need to do, first make sure that the pizza moves, and it does. What we need to do now, we need to first par-bake this pizza. First, we need to par-bake the bottom of the pizza before we add the cheese. If we add the cheese now, the cheese will probably burn. This pizza normally cooks in about 3 minutes. So we're gonna do about 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half without cheese. When the crust is ready, we're gonna put the cheese and the cheese will melt in no time. We're gonna cook the first pizza in the electric oven on the pizza stone. So the oven is on a conventional mode or static mode, 250 degrees Celsius. The oven has been on for about half an hour, and so you need to make the pizza stone nice and hot. It needs to be ready for when we cook the pizza. So now, let's just transfer the pizza on it and we cook it. Yeah, it's cooking fast, isn't it? It's been just over 2 minutes. The good thing about this pizza, it cooks fast. You don't have to, you don't really need to turn it. As you can see, the crust is not ready yet. I want the crust I want the bottom of the crust to be cooked. It's a bit too pale. So we probably need to cook it for another minute, 250, before we add the cheese on it. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. And look at the crust. See, it's a bit more crunchy. See, the bottom is nice and cooked. I think it's time to add the cheese on. We cooked the pizza in the electric oven for about just under 3 minutes. And look, the bottom is beautiful and cooked. Can cook a little bit more, of course. The top is cooked, but now it needs the cheese, okay? This is not a Napolitan pizza, margherita. You can put any toppings you want. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some pecorino cheese because it's a Roman pizza and pecorino is a proud Roman cheese. So we're going to put some pecorino cheese. And then we're adding the finely cut cubes of mozzarella, fresh mozzarella. Be generous. A drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. And back in the oven until the cheese melts. All right, the cheese melted beautifully. Look at this pizza. Look at the crust. Look at that. What an incredible pizza. Look at this wonderful pizza, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That's a thin crust Roman pizza. Look, listen to the sound. Yeah, look at that. Look at the bottom and how cooked amazingly in the normal electric oven. Now we're going to cook the pizza in the pizza oven. Whoa, how cool is that? So let's put the tomato sauce, but don't put too much tomato sauce, please. Because we're cooking this in a pizza oven, I do like to add a little bit of oil on the edges to give the extra beautiful color. All right, let's go and cook it in the pizza oven. Make sure it's not stuck. Always do the test. The pizza is moving. Great, let's cook it. The temperature of your pizza oven should be between 320 and 350 degrees Celsius. It's 346 at the moment, so it's perfect. All right, let's put the pizza in. Here we go. Because we cook the pizza in the pizza oven, we do need to rotate the pizza, okay? So we want to wait about 30 to 40 seconds so that the bottom of the pizza cooks, and then we can rotate the pizza. I will say we're going to par-bake the pizza for about 2 minutes, no more than that. As you can see now, the pizza is cooking beautifully. Let's check the bottom. The bottom of the pizza, I think it's ready to be turned. So let's get the pizza, turn it, and let's put it back in. It's been already a minute. I'm gonna cook it for another minute or maybe less. So the bottom is cooking now. Now see this side, it's still a little bit pale. It's finished cooking that side. Right. Let's rotate it again. We're gonna cook it for about 20 more seconds before we add the cheese. Okay, I'm gonna take it out. If you look at the pizza, the bottom, it's cooked. Well, it's gonna cook a little bit more. The edges are cooked. Only this side is not as cooked as the other one. So we're gonna put the pizza back in, and this side will face the flame, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the cheese. I forgot to add the pecorino. Here we go with the pecorino. Let's put another touch of extra virgin olive oil in the middle. Great. Back in the oven until the cheese melts. Let's turn the pizza around. The total cooking time should be about 3 minutes. What you want to make sure is that you don't burn the edges, okay? So turn the pizza as much as you have to and make the pizza extra crunchy. Do the last turn. As you can see, the mozzarella is melting beautifully. I think 10 more seconds, we are done. We go closer to the flame. We focus on melting the cheese. And we take it out. Look how perfectly cooked, look at that. Insane, delicious, fantastic. Of course, we get a better product because we use the pizza oven. So we got the edges more cooked, more crunchy. The cooking process is between 3 and 3.5 minutes, okay? It's also got to do with the mozzarella that you're using. Some mozzarella cooks faster, some cooks slower. It really depends the type of mozzarella you use. But look how beautiful. This is from my own oven, and I cooked it for about, I would say, just over 4 minutes, okay? And listen to the crunch. Right, as you can see, it's very thin, it's cooked, it's not floppy. This is what you are expecting from a Roman style pizza, which is crunchy, crunchy, crunchy pizza. Let's do the crunchy test. Listen to the sound, okay? That's what you want. Crunchy and soft in the middle. Simplicity at its best. Delicious, simple, easy to eat, easy to make. Wow, isn't this comfort food at its best? Yes, it is. Now let's test the Roman pizza cooked in the pizza oven. Ooh, crunchier. But the cheese is drying up a little bit just because, we've been taking photos and, doing the video. But look at that. Look at this crust. Look at this beautiful pizza. Again, look at the bottom, cooked to perfection. I think this is crunchier, but let's try. Let's do the crunchy test. Crunchy again. Crunchy, like the home oven pizza, but it's kind of like a biscuit, kind of melts in my mouth, you know what I mean? It's like eating shortbread, if you know what I mean. And then this, the pizza oven does take the pizza to the next level, but I have to say, the normal oven did a great job. It is slightly better. The dough reacts better when it's cooked in the pizza oven at higher temperature. The crust has got a little bit more delicate touch, The crust is kind of feels like a biscuit. This is probably the easiest artisan pizza to make. The Napoletan pizza could be more hard. Other type of pizza can be more difficult. But I believe this is the easiest pizza you can make, and it's as good as any other pizzas. This is fantastic. This is something that will please everyone. I can't believe how easy this is. This is seriously the pizza dough recipe for everyone. And the best part about this, you cook it in your normal oven, electric oven, and it will come out perfect, fantastic. This is your weekly pizza, 100%. No more frozen pizza, guys. No more pizzas from those big pizza joints. This is your weekly pizza fix, and it's gonna change your life, trust me. crunchy and soft at the same time. That's very powerful. So please write a comment below and let me know, do you prefer Napolitan pizza or crunchy pizza? This is a very important question. So let's decide which one is the winner. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I will see you in the next Vincenzos Plate video recipe. E ora si mangia. Pizza, crunchy pizza.